This week, not just about the heat, but National Pollinator Week. It's all about raising awareness for a very important part of our ecosystem.
Yeah, pollinators include everything from bees to butterflies, even birds, hummingbirds. Se Kwon joining us from Orono this morning with more on what makes pollinators so vital to our ecosystem and how we can support them. Right. Good morning, Se.
Hi, Se.
Hey, good morning to you guys. Yes, pollinators are so important for so many reasons, but mainly because they help plants reproduce. Jessica Peterson is joining us this morning. She studies insects for a living. She's with the Minnesota DNR. We are here at the Woodsill SNA. Tell us a little bit first, before we dive into all of these pollinators that surround us here, why we're here and what the work that you do out here.
Yeah, we do a lot of work on rare insects mostly, or ones that we suspect are rare and might be a conservation concern, especially those that are really bees in particular, and butterflies that are really tied to a specific plant. So some, just like monarchs have to use milkweed as larvae, many bees have to use a very specific plant in order to feed their brood the pollen from that plant.
Yeah.
So they're just intimately tied with those plants.
That's so interesting. And these pollinators, they're all around us. Obviously, you do the field work out here. Emphasize to people why pollinators are so important.
Yeah, so about 70% of our plants require insects for pollination, to move pollen from plant to plant, to have healthy plant populations, for plants to reproduce, to make seeds, and live the next year, especially for those annual plants. But they provide us food, obviously. Our raspberries are starting to get ripe here in Minnesota, and the blueberries, apples, all kinds of really nutritious fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, those are things that I think we sometimes take for granted for sure and overlook. I know that you mentioned a lot of programs and resources out there when it comes to people at home that can get involved. How can they do that?
So you can go on iNaturalist is a really great way. It's an app you can download on your phone and snap pictures of insects and upload them there. People can then, other experts come and identify them on there for you. So that's a really great way to get to immerse yourself in nature and look at some insects.
Definitely. I know that the DNR has been, of course, kind of protecting the pollinators as well. What have you guys been doing on your part to do that?
Yeah, we have been documenting the rare insects, rare bees and butterflies and other moths in the state. So I go around to scientific natural areas like this one and document rare insects. In particular, we're interested in those that are really tied to the plants right now. So like last week, I was in Windham looking at these bees that use alum root. It's a prairie plant. They only feed their brood, their larvae, pollen from that plant. And I was marking them in order to understand their population sizes.
Interesting. And interesting that other people can do the same kind of work.
For sure.
Awesome. Jessica Peterson for us, thank you so much for your time. If you're looking for additional resources, you can always head on over to the Minnesota DNR's website. Guys, back to you.